Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederick Polk here. So, the one thing about fascist or authoritarian regimes, the main thing is the illusion of absolute power. They do that in order to gain real power. Now, the reason they have to do that is because more often than not, they only have a small percentage of supporters within a population, not enough for a majority. So they have to lie, they have to cheat, they have to act, they have to project this facade of strength that any resistance would be futile. But inevitably, cracks start to appear in that facade, and we're seeing that in Texas. For those of you who don't know what's going on in Texas, I'll do a real quick recap. So, Governor Hot Wheels, Greg Abbott, at the insistence of Donald Trump, wanted to basically eliminate 5 Democratic seats. He's going to give it to the Republicans through a process called gerrymandering. And in order to have a quorum, which is what you got to do through this special state legislative session, in order to do it, he needed Democratic lawmakers to be present. Well, they fled the state, thus denying the Republicans quorum. Now, this is where the cracks in the facade are starting to appear, because it seems like Trump and Greg Abbott didn't plan on the Democrats doing this. And let's be real, if you've seen anything I've done on Chuck Schumer, you know Democrats tend to fold like a cheap suit, but not Texas Democrats. And because of that, what they've been reduced to, Trump and Abbott, has been tactics of desperation, threatening toothless arrest, fining them $500 a day, which they can, they're paying through supporters and, their constituents. But they're not going to get what they want. And in fact, now they're trying to go through the courts, which might give them what they want, but they'd have to create entirely new law in order to do it, because there's nothing in the Texas Constitution that says Greg Abbott can just dismiss elected officials at his own whim. So why is this important? Well, what it's showing us and everyone else, and hopefully the Democratic Party, is that if you actually stand up to a bully and use his bullying tactics against him, they back down. It's showing them for just how weak they are. And that's what we need in this moment, because that's how you defeat fascism. You expose the facade of absolute power for what it is. And you show that they're really weaker than they are. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith. Defend democracy. And I'll see you later.